Welcome back to our video series of the book of Ephesians. Such a wonderful book, teaching us about Christ and the Christian walk. We're in the last chapter, chapter 6, about the Christian walk, and specifically the roles of the family. We've been talking about the children and their obedience to their parents. Verse 4 of chapter 6 turns to the father and says, "Don't provoke your children to wrath." And the word here, interestingly, is the same word from chapter 4:26. Not to let the sun go down in your anger. It's para orgizo. Otherwise, next to your anger, next to your wrath. So wrath of God is a purposeful wrath that carries out a punishment and then it's over. But para, being next to your wrath, seems to be a indeterminate wrath, smoldering wrath without purpose. So it's saying, don't be this way with your children. Don't take out your indiscriminate anger on your children and thus provoking them to bitterness. But in contrast, bring them up and nurture them in the Lord. Now, I think this is important because it indicates that parents should really be active in teaching them Scripture and about God. Over the years, my wife, Jeanette, and I have had so many wonderful disciples as young adults and college-age students. Yet very few of them have ever mentioned how they were specifically taught by their parents. Generally, they identify their head pastor or maybe their youth group in high school as being pivotal. Obviously, these were wonderful kids, most all of them, and their parents were really doing something right. But they came to college and young adulthood really not knowing Scripture, oftentimes, even about their salvation. So parents have an important role to instruct in salvation and Scripture and to teach their children in a spoken and a direct way. And this is what this verse is telling us. How wise is Scripture? How wise is a family based on God's principles? Visit us next time as we go to verse 5 and continue in this wonderful chapter in the book of Ephesians. Thank you.